Akane finds herself walking alone at night, having given up on her dreams and ambitions due to placing the one she loves in the hospital after an impulsive decision made by them both. Despite being surrounded in shadow, passion still resides within, as shown by her bright red coat, standing out from the background. 3.5 years ago, at the Rock Alive Japan concert, Akane was ejected by her band in favor of a drummer who was more commercially viable and better matches the tone of the band. The concert is interrupted by rain, and in her frustration, proceeds to play in the car park. This attracts the attention of Naoki, joining in by playing the piano on stage, passion reverberating through each other and forming, unbeknownst to them, a connection between the two. In the years to follow, she tries to fulfill her dream of being a drummer, but is continually rejected by all she auditions for. While at her wit's end, she is approached by Naoki after having tracked her down, wanting her to be a part of his band, made up of Sho, a nomadic guitarist drifting from gig to gig without any roots, Kazushi, a keyboardist who rose to prominence from the songs he created and played on his online channels, Naoki himself, and finally, with Akane on the drums. Their start is complicated as they are unable to play as a cohesive unit. Akane, due to her lack of experience, is challenged both by Kazushi and Naoki's longtime rival, Toya. Yet she rises to the challenge, overcoming what comes her way, both from those she knows and the popularity of their band, Tenblank. The more they play, the more Akane and Naoki form a kinship towards each other they find difficult to express to each other through words, even if their actions say otherwise. While touring at the peak of their popularity, Naoki grows weaker with each performance, as the illness he tried to hide makes itself known, prompting his bandmates to take a step back, leading to a fracture within. Sho, pushing Naoki to stop performing to prolong his life, Kazushi, wanting him to ease back to help him try to recover, while Akane is torn. On one hand, she wants him to be healthy, yet does not want to take music, his soul, away from him. A division shown visually while they are in the hospital due to Naoki being hospitalized after she took him to his childhood home to create music. This further separates them to a point Sho places all blame on Akane, leading her to quit the band of her own volition. Upon recovering, Naoki takes the time to mend each of their bonds, reuniting them as he did once before, till the story comes to a cold Christmas night where she finds herself alone. This path to reconciliation stands out visually because of the color, light, and framing used in the sequence. The nighttime environment she walks through represents the guilt she feels for placing Naoki in a situation where he is hospitalized, and the emptiness of having given up on the band, both in terms of the music and her bandmates. Yet in wearing the red, she stands out, the last vestiges of passion left in her, barely able to endure all the negative emotions inside her. This is interrupted by Naoki calling her. Despite his weakened state, he is outside in the cold, surrounded by light, a stark contrast to Akane, and a potential emotional interpretation of what he represents to her. The light she is drawn to, as she is in love with him. Wanting to reach him, she runs while he sings for her through the phone. The closer she gets, the brighter her world becomes, as if the mere proximity to him allows for hope to rise in her, yet still stands out in the environment. This shows, while she is engulfed in the light radiating from Naoki, he is still able to recognize her from the crowd. Furthermore, with Naoki being stationary and Akane running, it shows he is steadfast in his ideals and beliefs, while she is currently in flux, running to her North Star. Upon reaching him, her world is at its brightest. Standing with the Christmas tree against her back shows there is no more backing away from what they are to each other. The tree at the center represents one last barrier they must overcome so they can evolve their relationship. As she crosses over said barrier into Naoki's space, this same tree transitions in meaning from a barrier to the potential their romance holds, and it coming into bloom. The scene started with Akane having lost hope, yet it ends with all manner of possibilities in front of her, both in terms of music and in love. While the visuals alone communicate the narrative between the two wonderfully, they are infused with additional meaning as a result of the stellar work done on the script, and music coming together with the performances to create a moment that is incredibly meaningful to the narrative, characters, and theme, simultaneously working to elevate and highlight the storytelling on offer.